market or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, I think we still have some ways for that and
Yeah.
to go. And I think like, I mean, typically before the Bitcoin halving, we have always kind of like had this like pre-pump.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it, like this is the monthly chart for Bitcoin on the left, Ethereum on the right, and see like it's the same move that we're still going, but it seems kind of overextended. It seems kind of like a wedge pattern,
Yeah.
a rising wedge, and then the volume you can see has been just dropping.
Yeah.
And this is for both, and that's considered a bearish divergence.
Yeah.
And then the stock is also sort of like double topping,
Yeah, so we're
both.
seeing all this rising price action, which is getting all this hype and people getting excited, but those people are maybe not paying attention necessarily to the volume falling while the price is rising. Which again, that's what like Sid is saying, that constitutes the bearish divergence, which is generally speaking a bearish sentiment or bearish indication, and a lot of the hype around the ETF seems to be driven a little bit by this misinformation or misunderstanding, where people think that the second an ETF goes live, it becomes
and
spot buy pressure.
And I think like exactly, and I think like whales like sort of make use of that to like pump the market and because like liquidity is so low, they can
especially at the
make
bottom.
it swing a lot with at these times. And also if we look at it like the price of Bitcoin, it retested the strength band, our indicator strength band, but has failed to close above it. It's wicked kind of like above, but it's still like failed to like close above. So, and we of course we still on the bear signal. We haven't flipped the bull. So once we have the indicator signal bull, which happens mostly after price is like closed above the strength band. So, which it hasn't done. So like we're gonna wait and track for the bull signal to happen. So you can see here the last time around that started the bull market, and we still haven't got that. So until then, we're a little bit cautious. We trade these small moves. We've been doing that. And, every up and down, we trade like, see the weekly chart, it's been, it's been on a bull trend. But every up and down, we like, we've been trading the daily, for example, we can swing trade it or like scalp it. And so you can see the bull signal before like, the so-called ETF pump. But like, see, it's losing steam. And to check whether we're actually in a bull market, to start buying spot, we check the monthly chart with our indicator. So till then, we're a little bit cautious. And we're going to track this and see, like, if price closes below the rising wedge, then it's definitely it's going to accelerate down.
And so right now, it's definitely still feels like there's a decent amount of reason for people to remain bearish, for us to continue our sentiment that the bear market hasn't ended. And I don't think necessarily that we're breaking the cycle just yet of, like a bear market or a bull market rather starting before the Bitcoin halving. And again, the halving event is, on the books here for late April next year. So 2024. So right now, I think we're getting a decent amount of price action here on lower and lower volume, which is, again, a bearish divergence, not something to get swept up too much into the hype of. But of course, good news can move these markets. And I do believe if we do get an SEC approval, especially before the final deadlines for those approvals, which those final deadlines are like, I think mid Q2 2024. So like they can continue to postpone approving these assets for quite a while longer before they go through. So I don't think they will get pushed back that far, because I also believe the SEC is kind of running out of reasons to deny these requests or these applications, and that these applications, when they do get denied, seem to be getting their revisions and being resubmitted a lot faster than I believe the SEC is expecting them to be. So, the industry's getting pretty good at this. And the second, one of them does get approved, there will be a precedent set. And a lot of the other ETFs out there will also start to, basically be able to follow the precedent and likely get that approval. So it's definitely going to be a nice little like news event, like some positivity in the market. And we'll probably see a little bit of a pump from the hype around that news. But we really
which is what we're in. So